Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Gaze at a graveyard.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, that sounds so good.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
It is the 12th day of August, 2024. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday Morning. My name is Chris Hockey, and here we are after a Vikings victory on Saturday and headed towards a big Vikings week as they not only have an open scrimmage to the fans tonight, you can go down and watch that if you can get yourself a ticket, but also head to Cleveland on Wednesday and then have another preseason game at Cleveland on Saturday. So it's football season. Welcome to it here on the official morning show of the Minnesota Vikings, the Power Trip Morning Show. Lots to get to today, including another round of the Initials tournament. So let's get to it. Here's Dimitri Martin with some comedy on a Monday morning. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
I don't know why, but I find it a lot easier to hate a stranger than to love a stranger. I know that sounds weird to say, but I'll be in line at like CVS or something, and I'll just be behind some guy, and I'll be like, I hate this guy. I haven't even seen the front of him. I'm like, nah, I've seen enough. I hate him. What is that? What's my problem? I don't know what that is about human nature. If there's one thing I would say about everybody, there's a selfishness, I think, to human beings that we just all sort of have. It's just built in there. The fact that community service is a punishment in our society, it's a pretty good sign, Be like, just under prison, you get community service. How bad that you have to help the community. What did you do? For 30 hours in the next calendar year, you have to help the community? Wow. Glad I'm not you. I bet you learned your lesson, man.
Ballish to me, but... What happened?
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the
Come down for some new faster. You guys are doing good.
Power Trip Morning Show. It is Monday, August 12th. My name is Corey Cove. That's Chris Hockey. There's Meat Sauce. There's Zachary Halverson. Another week of the Power Trip Morning Show. We got our future quarterback. You can give him $1 billion. Sign him up for an extension. Kid could chuck it.
Yeah, he can.
Future. Present. How many times did you watch that video, that 1.5-second video of him yelling "Skol" into the camera? J.J. McCarthy.
Welcome to Minnesota, bud.
Over under 90 times.
I mean, I thought it was just, I didn't realize it was just a loop.
Right, you thought he was just really, really into the Skol chant.
And then 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, this is a loop. Oops. Don't I look stupid?
No.
I don't think you did.
Thank you.
I think it's exactly what you wanted to do.
What a game.
Yep, what a game. Anyway, who's on the mound for the Twins tonight?
I think Pablo Lopez. I actually think that's who it is. The beauty of Saturday's game is I've watched a lot of preseason football, and that's not a joke. I watched Trey Lance play yesterday for the Cowboys, and he's brutal, playing against like second and third. Good morning. Playing against like second and third string guys, and he wasn't dominant. When you are a quarterback of the future, you're a high draft pick. Like, I know Trey Lance doesn't have the same path as our guy J.J. McCarthy does. But after that interception, J.J. McCarthy dominated the football field. I know it's against second and third string guys, but that's what he's supposed to do. I thought he was excellent.
And the 2 touchdown throws, the receivers were wide open.
Wide open.
But you got to drill them, and he did. He nailed them both in stride. They were great throws.
Last night, Trey Lance had 2 guys wide open and just overthrew them both times. So the first throw was excellent. It was a rhythm and time where he planted through, and it was sweet. The second throw, the guy was wide open, but you got to make that throw. There's a lot of people who can't make that throw. I want to see him against a little bit better competition, like with Hawk going to Cleveland this week. That'll be interesting. But he was the best quarterback on the field. That's my opinion. And I think we got one finally. Plus, Dallas Turner's a stud, too. I thought he played really well as well. They need a corner desperately or two. Maybe that's why they're bringing in Gilmore, but we'll see. Yeah.
They're bringing in Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore Girls, you love that show,
I love
right?
him. Love him. Yeah, they're bringing in he was in the same draft class as Harrison Smith. That's
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Pick number 10, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But he's coming in today. So maybe they sign him today, but they need some corners.
Yeah, agreed. Let's go. Big win. Finally got off the schneid. Way to start the season. Way to go, coach. Let's go. It's all happening.
That was the only buzzkill. I wanted the streak to continue. Let's keep it going, man. Right, like Common says, biblically bad or historically good.
Yeah.
We had a chance. What did we need? 7 more losses, I think?
7 more, yeah.
No.
Because I think it was 8. I think it's 18. So I guess it would have been 8 more. We needed that one and 7 more.
No.
Yeah. Well, don't piss
You're
blood.
awful.
Don't piss blood.
You're awful.
Oh, thanks.
Happy for the kid kicker, right?
Yeah, how about
Riker
that?
nailed it. That's fine. Right down the middle. Game winner. We're not used to that, but
No. Got that one blocked, but, maybe that's not his fault. Maybe that's a blocking thing.
Did anybody ask Antonio Pierce of the Las Vegas Raiders why he called that timeout late in the game? Didn't that seem like he was just letting us have a chance to win? I didn't understand it.
That was very weird.
I mean, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because who cares? It's preseason.
Yeah.
But what if you had money on that game?
Yeah.
And he calls the timeout, and you're going, "What are you doing?
Yeah. Why
You're
are
giving
you
the
doing
Vikings a better chance of what?" Oh boy! I was watching the old simulcast, and there's PA going, "Okay, I guess he's calling a timeout,"
Yeah.
and just kind of left it at that. This doesn't make any sense, but it's preseason, so we're not going to question why he's doing it.
Yeah. I'm sure they're also, helping each other out, get into situations, live game situations, because who cares about the win-loss bit, but you help each other out, man.
I do. I wanted him to lose.
Yeah,
Keep the
I know
streak
you
going.
did, but I'm glad they won. It's cool when they win. I'm glad the kicker got to make that kick, and I'm glad our quarterback is very good. The 2 picks they've had so far in the 2 first-round picks they had played very well, albeit in preseason, still played well.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Cleveland, like you said, on paper, the starters are a very, very good team. McCarthy's not going to see those guys.
Yeah, I mean, the defense of Cleveland is really good.
Right, but he won't see those players.
He will in practice.
I think
That's true. The joint practices this week.
That's why they do them.
Yeah.
Unless there's 17 fights and then they call it off.
Yeah.
Which seems to be another trend in the NFL the last couple of years, man. The joint practices are physical. A lot of punches thrown.
I think
amongst men wearing helmets.
I would guess that some of those fights are on purpose so they don't have to do it anymore. Because there's
we've heard those stories back in the day, right? You just grenade camp by throwing fits.
Yeah, as Denny Green once said, if you guys fight anymore, whoever fights, I'm going to throw off the team. And then John Randall got in a fight and kick him off the team.
No.
Yeah.
Just want to cancel practice.
Correct.
What a bold move that would have been.
Right.
Be really tough to explain.
Yep.
The media.
Yeah, so
don't play favorites.
But those will be I
like John Randall off the team.
Are those on TV at all, Hogs? Do you know?
Nope. Not the practices, no. They're not. There's a scrimmage tonight too, right? The one that was rescheduled from last
this
week.
is the reschedule.
Yeah, the rescheduled bit, yeah.
So the Vikings leave for Cleveland when? Wednesday, you said?
Yeah, Wednesday.
So then joint practices Thursday and Friday?
That's right. And I'll be joining from the hotel room, or I guess the ballroom on Thursday and Friday.
Oh, sweet, man.
So you leave after the show Wednesday?
That's right. As far as I know right now, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then game on Saturday.
Game on. That's right.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Is this the last? You haven't been to this stadium,
It's the
right?
last stadium on my list. I've never been to this
Oh,
one.
really?
Yep.
Last one.
Yep.
Sweet.
Is this one supposed to be nice or not really?
I don't. It's a newer. I guess. I don't really know. Don't know anything about it. I'll let you know. I don't know. Should be fun though. I'm going to go to the, do my work in the morning, go to practices and stuff like that, and then I'm going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and check that out, and then pick up some hookers, get some pizza, go home, call it a day.
Sounds like a perfect plan.
I think it's going to be a good weekend.
Hey, speaking of stadiums, this is dumb, but I thought about it on Saturday, and my sentence already started, so there's no turning back.
Okay.
I was watching a pregame show with that guy that used to be on Channel 4, but now he's on Channel 9.
Scooter Magoo?
The hell's that guy's name? The tall guy?
Scooch Magoo.
The walking HR violation. What's his name?
Blosey?
Yeah, exactly. Blosey. So Mark Blosen was on a Vikings pregame show called Vikings Game Day Live with Don Mitchell and Ron Johnson.
Yeah.
You know that little perch that they do the show from, right?
Yeah.
Same spot every time, US Bank Stadium. And they have the giant window doors in the background.
Yeah.
That is a spectacular shot.
It's a great shot.
Yeah.
So when they designed US Bank Stadium, did they specifically have that in mind for this is where the TV set will be?
I bet they did.
Yeah.
Because it's the perfect shot. I mean, it's exactly where they should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks perfect.
You know who would know the answer to that question?
Blosey.
No, and I'm not kidding.
Tim Meislach.
Swedberg or Tim Meislach.
Mortensen Construction.
Or
Mortensen would know.
Yeah.
Or Mortensen Salt.
Yeah.
Well, that could be.
Yeah.
Same company. Did you know that?
No way, really?
Nope.
Or Morton Anderson.
Or
Anderson Windows.
right. Or Mr. Anderson, because this
Or
is all
Mr. Anderson, yeah.
This is all a simulation.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
How great would that
Imagine
be?
the masturbation in the simulation.
The
Am I right?
masturbation in the simulation.
Tell me about it, Nancy.
Wow.
Hey, Seneca's here.
Oh, that's right. I got to help him. I'll be right back.
Oh, no. Is he lost?
He's looking for you.
Gotta help him find his place?
Seneca just.
Is he okay?
Hi, Dave Senecan.
Is he worried now that we got our quarterback finally?
Here he
Yeah,
is.
what?
But he's pissed and scared.
I mean, their quarterback looked pretty good, too.
Nobody cares.
But it's great. I'm pumped.
Keep
And
your
here's
eyes on the
why.
prize.
Because normally we've drafted some of these guys in like the 3rd, 5th, 8th, 10th, 12th, 14th round, and you're like, this guy's good.
God, I don't remember. Do you
No
remember that,
chance.
Corey? The 14th round draft picks?
I'm just worried about all the other rounds he didn't name.
I know.
But like, I think they have somebody. I know it's just against 2nd and 3rd teamers, but he
Well, you know
looked
what
good.
Brian Adams said? I need somebody.
Yeah. Too bad we can't play it.
Sure would be cool if we played music.
Yeah, correct.
Remember Christian Ponder's first touchdown?
I pondered it.
It was in preseason or regular season?
The regular season
Good
one.
question.
I think it was they attempted, I think he threw a deep pass
To Dylan Sear.
To Dylan Sear. But I'm serious. I think he threw a deep pass that was completed and everybody got pumped.
Ooh,
But
bonus.
yeah, I know what you're saying, but it just, you can like, he looks the part. You know what I mean? Like he's got a little bit more moxie than some of these other guys. I know it's one game and we can get excited about it, right, Hogs?
I'm excited as hell.
Yeah, Hawk's excited as hell.
Look
He's
at me.
not gonna take it.
I can barely stand it. It's like right before the food gets brought to the table. That's how happy I am.
Yeah.
Right? Like you really, really been waiting on it, and that looked real good. And the people across the way ordered the same thing you did, and you're like, son of a bitch, that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You know, as a person that doesn't eat normal, I don't eat like an adult human being.
Yeah.
The one experience that I think I truly miss out on is the moment that the food's coming to the table, like you're talking about, right? Everybody gets excited about that.
Super, super excited. I'm like a dog in heat.
I also get excited about watching the fajitas go through Applebee's, even though it's not at my table and I would never eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, fajitas are the best.
I wish I could just once experience them walking towards my table and then me eating them, but that's never going to happen.
Fajitas are the best. The best.
That's that Zach thing from Twin Cities Live. You got to wait for the sizzle.
Oh, yeah. That's the sizzle.
That sound comes out of the back of Applebee's and it's just...
You know what I always think? Because I've never eaten that once in my life, Corey. Never once
The
have I
old
ever had that.
sizzling fajitas,
Yeah.
whatever the hell they're called.
You haven't?
I never have had that.
Oh.
I've been at the table and I always think to myself, I wouldn't be able to eat that till next Tuesday. That's just too damn hot.
Oh, it's
There ain't
so
enough blowing
good.
on it in the world that I can do that's going to make that edible for the next week.
Just blow it.
Yeah, well, that's what I try.
It's A+.
Oh, good.
Sounds cool, smells cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You even like the smell, but you want
Sure.
to.
Nope,
Interesting.
no chance.
Oh, it's so good. You're missing out. I know you guys
I believe
never
you.
eat it. I know you don't care. It's one of the better meals, especially when it's done well. Super good.
I like it when it's done poorly.
Yeah, well, that's why you work with me.
Oh.
How'd your pregame bit go?
I thought it went really well.
We nailed it.
Yeah, we killed
We were
it.
great. You know, I had an idea, by the way.
Yeah.
We should try to bring back like the old days when the old farts would sit and they would argue with each other and it didn't matter what they were talking about.
Yeah.
They would just I could say the sky's blue and you'd be like, Come on, bastard.
Yeah, come on, bastard.
Right. I think we should disagree with each other no matter what the other person says.
Perfect. I'm in. Yeah. I'm
on
in.
the pregame show. That should be because last year our bit was, like Rosie always says, and that was a big hit with the audience.
Yeah, the audience loved that.
They loved it.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So this year it should be, Sauce, you ignorant slut. There's no way that's true.
I did hear all of it.
Yeah.
And I did laugh when Sauce wasn't listening, to his own 8-minute pregame bit.
8 minutes. He couldn't stay with
Couldn't stick with it for 8 minutes.
Threw it right to him.
And you admitted this. It was the definition of I wasn't listening. I was just waiting for my turn to talk. Because you even admitted Chris was talking and you didn't think that had anything to do with you.
Yeah,
so you weren't paying attention.
No, correct. And you
didn't know you had to piggyback off of his answer.
But to
so
be
you
fair,
checked out.
But to be fair, Muss always gets the ball back and then passes it back to one of us. So I thought Muss was going to talk.
That means you had interest in what I had to say.
Right. Even if you're not going to respond to Chris, that means his words have zero value to you.
What if I had said something completely erroneous about you and your family?
Yeah, but
you wouldn't have been listening.
That. You do say that. No, I was listening. I just thought Muss was going to say something.
But I said, never mind.
But Chris was saying something and you weren't listening.
Okay, you're both right.
How are you ever going to hear the Lord Jesus speaking to you?
Yeah, Corey.
He makes a good point,
listening.
Paul.
How am I going to hear that?
Yeah, because you aren't listening because you don't think he's talking to you, but he is, and suddenly he is, and you're not listening.
Yeah, I'm bad about that.
You would just say, I was waiting for my turn to talk.
Yeah, sorry, Jesus.
Yeah, I thought Muss was going to go next.
Yeah, I thought Muss was going to talk.
Please say it right. Jesus.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Meow.
But I will be better on Saturday.
Okay.
That was preseason for everybody, Corey.
I guess.
He kept saying that over and over again.
Yeah.
He said that on the drive-in when he ran over that homeless guy.
Yeah, I said it's preseason,
sir.
for everybody.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's preseason for everybody,
Sorry,
buddy boy.
sir. It's preseason.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said it in the bedroom with Kelly later that night. Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am.
One last serious sports take from Saturday.
Oh, this is the last one. Don't blow it. We just
Don't
started.
blow
Who cares? The podcasters get to hear this, and then they're probably bored. They're not listening either. They're checking out as well.
Why?
There's Funny Country Mornings.
I am. Can you save that for tomorrow, just so it's Tuesday?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I'm with Justin Jefferson. So far, the new kickoff rules suck.
You don't like him?
No, I don't. I'm not into it yet. I thought his take was perfect when he's like, look, unless something gets more exciting or dynamic, he's like, I'm not feeling this so far. I couldn't agree more. It's just one weekend of football, but I don't know.
Well, I think
it looks weird. Maybe we just have to get used to it. But after one weekend, I'm very, very lukewarm on the new kickoff bit.
I have a comeback to that.
Go
Do you want to
for
hear
it
it now, or do you want me to wait?
Oh, man, what a tease. You know what? Let's take a break.
Okay.
Man.
And if you remember that it's your turn to talk when we get back,
I
you
will.
can pay off that tease.
Wow.
At 8:15 today, Greg Swedberg, Ron Johnson, Ryan Carter, and Chip Scoggins try to take down the champ, the defending champion, Justin Guard, in quarterfinal number 7 of the Initials Invitational, and one of you has a shot at $71,500 with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union Initials jackpot. Quarterfinal 7 today at 8:15, but the Power Trip Morning Show returns after this on The Fan.
Now that is a tease.
The Fan.
Tell you what was a resounding success on the Power Trip, I should say, on the Fan Radio Network, the Vikings Radio Network, and television, all that jazz. JJ mic'd up third quarter was the best thing that's ever happened in a preseason game. That was so much fun.
It was elite.
It was so much fun. I can't believe it was so easy to hook that up so that he could communicate with everybody.
I was watching the simulcast.
Yeah.
Was everybody involved in the broadcast as nervous as I was? Not just for JJ, but clearly all the people on the sidelines also, some of them, like KOC, didn't even know until the last second that JJ was getting interviewed.
Which is weird because KFC's doing it this week.
Right. I freaking nervous that somebody was going to say something that could not be on the air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, wasn't there a couple S words? Did those go out on the air?
Off mic a little bit. Yeah, I heard them.
Good S. Good S.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it could, and it still could be catastrophic. But man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really
because,
awesome.
like you said, even this week, if KOC's doing it, which is crazy that we can have a head coach during a preseason game.
Yeah.
Just because he's not going to swear doesn't mean somebody next to him doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. That's going to be fun. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
How is that going to work?
As
far as him being engaged with the game.
I think honestly, it's going to be one of those things where it's just another voice in his ear. I'm excited to see how he does it too. I don't know. I don't know because he'll be. I would guess calling plays.
I don't know whose idea it was, whether it was ours or the Vikings or whoever's Vikings PR. Who knows? But nice awareness to say preseason football is the worst. Let's think of something outside the box. It's got to be better than just, dog frisbee at halftime. Right. What can we do?
Which Hawk and I love dogs.
I'm not anti-dog frisbee at halftime.
If we get those dogs to have some plates on their head, that'd be awesome.
Lieber's saying, by the way, the ads on the stream are slowed down again.
I love that.
Yeah.
Funny country mornings.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Are the ads slowed down on TV?
Were you at the game on Saturday, Hawk?
No, I was not.
Okay. I thought that's...
No, somebody was nice enough to send me a picture of it.
Yeah, somebody was nice enough to send me a picture.
Wonder who took that.
To forward that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying now? You had a serious sports take that you were going to pay off?
Oh, yeah. Well, how about you?
It's your turn to talk.
It is my turn to talk, but how about for the people who are maybe just waking up? You say what you said about the kickoff rule, and then I'll add
we're gonna reset it up?
Reset.
Love it. Okay.
Wow, man.
Hey, can I have a second to do a serious sports take?
Of course.
I'm kind of like Justin Jefferson, who we talked to third quarter, preseason game number 1, where he was kind of like, I don't know if I'm feeling this new kickoff thing. And then he said, maybe I'm going to be proven wrong, but let's see how it goes. But so far, I don't like it. That's kind of how I feel. I did not care for it weekend number 1. Maybe I warm up to it later, but so far, Sauce, I don't care for it.
Here's the thing for the people that...
Was that a good reset?
That was a beautiful reset.
Thank you.
I don't know if mine will be this good as yours was.
I bet it will.
The thing about the new kickoff rule that it kind of gets dumped on is that it's very bland and it's, you got to wait and all that. I think the reason that it's bland and boring right now is nobody is going to show some of the tricks they're going to do, like a reverse or stuff like that, in the preseason. I think once the regular season starts, they'll add things to it, and I think it'll have a little more jazz to it, because it's just vanilla right now.
That's a hot take.
But I think that once the regular season starts and games mean something, we're going to see some cool features in that bit that they're just not showing right now, because you're not going to show anybody that. You're just going to get the ball and you're going to run 15 yards and get tackled. There's going to be reverses. There's going to be trick plays, all that stuff. That's a
hot take.
Meat sauce is burning.
That's my take on it.
That's a hot take.
I thought you did a good job.
Thanks.
Wow, that paid right off.
I don't even care if you're right or not.
No, and I don't know if I am right or not.
I just like your hot take.
But I just think that is why, because...
Is hot taint?
That too.
You like my taint?
I'm indifferent to it. I've never seen it, so how would I have
I'd like it more if you'd wash that sumbitch. I can smell it from here.
Oh.
That's a really weird reaction.
But yeah.
Ow. Thanks, Cameo.
Brilliant. Cameo Whales. I wish we could play Cameo.
Yeah.
I miss music.
Somebody on Twitter made a pretty good point. We can't play songs anymore because the whole thing is falling apart. Oh. We're probably going to be out of business in the next 3 months.
Oh, no.
Are we allowed to...
I don't want that.
Are we allowed to...
Kiss each other?
Have either like a meat sauce robot or just one of us just sing the songs? Because somebody suggested, I'll stand by you when you used to make good points and then would stand by them and I would play that song. But I can't play that song anymore.
Thanks for saying they were good points.
And then they would... so their point was, why don't we just have somebody sing it and then I still hit the button... But then it's not the song; it's just one of us singing it.
I don't know. It's a great point. I don't know.
So we can't even play like the 5 seconds of "I'll Stand by You."
Nope.
I would also point out.
Really.
I'm pretty sure even covers are. I think they're. I don't know.
See? Yeah. See? What a mess.
Because technically, if we can't play a copyrighted song because of the copyright.
Mm-hmm.
somebody wrote that song.
Right, so you shouldn't be able to sing the cover.
Correct.
It's a good question. I like your logic. I just don't know if that's the correct answer.
It's probably cheaper, I would think. But luckily, we have a lot of people with a lot of answers around here.
What is that? What's that bit, the Sir Mix-a-Lot song? What is that called?
Funny Country Mornings.
What is that? What is the Sir Mix-a-Lot song?
I think it's called. Yeah, I think it's called.
Zach,
that.
you say it. What is the name of that song?
Hot. No, that's Nelly. Baby Got Back.
You can't say that. See, those are copyrighted lyrics. You can't do that. Was that a cover?
Give me a
Because it sounded like you were trying to do Sir
Mix. And I cannot lie.
I wouldn't do this. I would not do this.
We
were all.
Like big butts. I've seen it,
especially in a park.
You other brothers can't deny.
Okay, that's now $15,000.
Sort of racist.
Yeah.
You win an innie.
You win an innie?
You win an innie?
You win an innie.
Wow,
what are you doing with an
innie? I'm trying to run the tab. I'm trying to turn the odometer backwards here.
By singing about innies?
Yeah.
Are you high?
Hey, Corey.
Yes, sir.
Complete left turn. The Office, you've watched it a million times, right?
I've seen every episode 9.7 billion times.
And the first episode of Niagara, which is when they get married.
Cry.
You
cry every
It's so
time.
good. I just finished the book, and I loved listening to the book, so I had to watch certain episodes. When Michael Scott walks up to Pam and Jim, and he says, "This is a big day for me," and Jim looks at him and goes, "Well, congratulations," and shakes his hand. It's just that kind of subtle stuff. That's what made that show so great. Just so good, man.
I love that show.
How can you not love Pam?
Yeah.
And how can you not love Jim?
Michael.
It's a big day for me.
This is a big.
Oh, in his speech, I know. Oh my God.
So good.
That's okay.
The sensation, not the same for...
Yeah, I don't care what he fights.
Right. What an idiot.
We all
So good.
know. It's so good. But when Jim just looks at him, he goes, "Well, congratulations."
I love that
I pissed
show.
myself, man. It's so good. It's so well done. It's so good. You guys, that book is really well done. It'll make you want to watch the whole series again.
Front page sports from the Power Trip Morning Show returns after this on The Fan.
The Power Hour can be watched at KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
A little worried about Beetlejuice, too.
Oh, why?
How?
I'm watching the trailer right now. Have you guys seen the trailer yet?
The new one?
Yeah. Everything looks perfect. I just don't know. I don't know if there's going to be much of a story there. Maybe I'm worried because I love it so much. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But man, it looks like the old movie. You know?
Yeah, we've discussed it. Tim Burton basically said he wasn't going to do it unless he could do it like he did it in the 80s. And I like that because I didn't want to see a Beetlejuice sequel. I wanted it to be left alone.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it, I guess this is the formula to at least try. So they're going to get my money, unfortunately.
Yep. I'll probably wait until you go.
Yeah, Kelly and I will go see it. I can't wait. I love Beetlejuice. Who, me?
Fantastic film.
So good.
One of the best 80s
And he still
movies.
looks like Beetlejuice. That's one of the great things about portraying a dead guy is
Yeah.
he doesn't get he doesn't get any older.
Nope, he's the ghost with the most.
He is.
So
and,
good.
What's a guy every gay dude?
Where's
starting to
the
get a little A-word.
where's the guy like me? Get a little action around
Little
here.
A-word.
Yeah, action.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, action, yeah.
Oh.
Zach, have you seen
Time now
Beetlejuice?
for front page sports.
I have not.
What? 3 times.
Holiday station
Holiday.
stores. You've never seen
It's
Beetlejuice.
one of the best.
I've been told, and I have to do that.
It's simply the best. Oh, here's 5,000.
Oh, we can't play that. What's the new slogan of the morning show, Hawk?
I better not say it anymore. He's probably up and on his way in.
Funny sports mornings.
Oh,
That's not bad.
that's got a ring to
Not
it.
super funny sports
Yeah.
Yeah.
on demand.
Not listening.
Because our podcast numbers are gigantic. So somewhat tolerable kind of sports on demand.
We get money for that?
Not really.
Do you believe? Oh,
The Power Trip. What a ride.
Who's that? Wasn't that one of the wrestlers?
It's
Yeah.
Legion of Doom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on,
I didn't
Mr.
watch Lee. Who's that guy?
Hawk and Animal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
One of us.
Oh, yeah. Why is that a kid?
Well, he was bad.
No, but James went to Wyzetta.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he wasn't in the Legion
Oh, yeah,
of Doom.
yeah.
It was his dad.
What a rush.
The Olympics are over.
Sad.
Is it?
Tom
watched.
Cruise jumped off the top of the
He
building.
sure did. And by the way, he's fine. That was for the Olympics, not just.
Okay. I
know.
sent condolences.
Yeah, he wasn't mad about the way we've attacked the show.
His e-meter wasn't bankrupt. It was just an Olympic thing. The U.S. women beat France 67-66.
Let's go.
Gabby Williams of France hit a running two-pointer at the buzzer with her foot on the line. Would have sent it to overtime and had it been a 3. I don't quite understand what she was doing. I don't know if she understands what she was doing. That is the 8th consecutive gold medal for Team USA, 61 straight Olympic wins. France led by 10 in the third quarter and blew it. And I know Asia Wilson's stat line looks good, 21 points, 13 boards. I bet she missed 82 layups.
Is that right?
And I'm not even... The U.S. would have won by 20 if Asia Wilson just could make a shot from 3 feet away. She missed so many freaking layups. And that's why France was pulling away, and that's why that game was so close. But they got it done. A win is a win. How about this? In the 61 consecutive wins for Team USA, that is only the third game of the 61 that they have won by single digits.
Wow.
So they won by 1 yesterday in the gold medal game. In 2004, in the semis, they won over Russia by 4. And then in 2021, in group play, they beat Nigeria by only 9. Every other game, the other 58, double digits or more. So this is super rare to have to sweat at all. They were down 10. So you think about how France, the men, gave the U.S. all they could handle, right? If Steph Curry doesn't drill a bunch of threes late in that game, maybe France snipes us and wins gold in men's basketball. The French women had us on the ropes and gave it away, right?
Wow.
To have a team like France win, you have to have somebody like Asia Wilson miss. 82 is an exaggeration, but I bet it was 7 or 8.
Yeah.
If she makes, 4 or 5 of those layups, this game's probably not that close. They should have found a way to bury us with a 10-point lead, and they didn't.
Nope.
So we got lucky. So whether it's getting our ass kicked on 3-3, right? The men went something like 2-5. Our ladies got bronze, I think? In 3-on-3, I think they got the bronze.
I think so, yeah.
I know technically the men and women's basketball teams both won gold, but we had to sweat it against Serbia, down 17 to the Joker, and we came back. And then we had to sweat it against France in the finale, and then the U.S. women had to sweat it against France in the finale. We got to figure out something else for 2028. Something is wrong with USA basketball. Preposterous statement. I know they just won the gold in both. It feels like it is changing. How are we even remotely close to these teams when we have the best players, and most of the teams like France have Wemby and Batum and Rudy, and then a whole bunch of nobodies, and they're competing or beating the U.S. Paul, your hands up.
2 words, and I know we're not supposed to say this. Caitlin Clark would probably help.
Oh, Ben, you are going to get emails.
They got the gold medal, man.
There is a 1,000,000,000% chance she's on the 28 team.
Cheryl Reeve's going to bring her medal in here and smack you around with it, which would be fun to watch.
You'd like that.
I'd like it.
I mean, I don't know what else Cheryl Reeve could have done, because you just got to make
she's
layups.
She's not the one missing layups.
No. I still do not understand what that gal at the end of the game was doing, running anywhere close to that 3-point line. Stay behind the line.
I know. Hey, wouldn't it be a great
I don't
nickname
understand
for
it.
Maybe it wouldn't be. I don't know, but I think it might be a good nickname for somebody who's really good at layups to be called Princess Layup.
That's pretty good.
Maybe it's offensive. I don't know.
No, that's not bad.
No,
thank you.
That's pretty good.
It might be more offensive to suggest you should wear the gold bikini during the games.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I am going to suggest it.
Yeah, because that's who you are.
That's because the worst they can say is no,
Right,
what I
thank you.
always say.
On Saturday, Team USA pulled away thanks to Steph Curry, 98-87. They did beat France as well. That is their 5th straight Olympic gold medal. France got the silver. So tough break for Rudy Gobert and Wemby.
And they could have won that game, too.
They could have. And if you guys watched the final, 3 minutes?
I did, yeah.
I watched the whole...
The Vikings preseason game was on, but for a couple of minutes there, the end of the U.S.-France game was just captivating because Steph was just rainbowing threes and hitting everything.
He's really good.
It was vintage Steph Curry. It was everything that we've loved about him for a decade plus. It was sick.
I bet it was cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah, it was sweet.
They didn't have NBC in the press box. They had every other channel, like FS2. They didn't have NBC as an option in the press box on Saturday.
There's a feud.
So we had to find a stream.
There's a feud between the Vikings and NBC. It's well known. And
aren't there going to be Sunday night games?
That's what I would have thought.
We'll see, won't we?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
How weird did Sunday night feel without House of the Dragon? There was nothing to watch last night.
It, man.
Yeah, there was preseason football.
Yeah. Abby.
Yeah, Huck watched it.
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Dallas played who, Hawk? The Rams?
Dallas played the Rams.
Yeah, see, he knew that.
Yep.
Hawk, they ran a bunch of House of the Dragon marathons over the weekend on some of the HBO channels, HBO 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, who knows. I caught the last 10 minutes of, what is it, episode 4? When Vagar comes out of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
And just starts effing people up and
melting them, eating them.
Dragon fighting.
Yeah.
God dang, is that epic when he flies over the trees for the first time?
That's pretty good, man.
That is pretty sweet.
That is a big old
What a
dragon.
nerdy thing to like, but I don't care. When that son of a bitch comes out of the woods and the whole battlefield is like, son of a bitch, we're screwed.
I wonder if at the end of House of the Dragon, we're going to see what happened to those sons of bitches. Because they run the earth, man. Like, what finally happened to make them disappear and just become eggs that go hard?
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Well, we will see.
I hope so. Oh, no, Vagar, be cool.
I mean, at some point in this series, that son of a bitch is going down.
Well, he has to. He's old. He's old as balls.
He's like 180 or something, right? Who's going to take him out?
Good question.
I care more about that than most of the stuff we talk about on this show.
That's true. Me too.
Sirius Dragons mornings.
I got something that'll get you guys going even more during the break.
Sex!
No.
What really matters is next. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
I get obsessive about things when I learn more about them. I'm watching the best of Michael Scott clips, and he decides his screen name's going to be Little Kid Lover.
Yeah,
Because he wants a potential mate to know that he really wants kids. He wants to have kids. He's always loved kids.
Yeah.
Funny stuff. Anyway, hey, welcome back to Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. Good stuff, man.
Yep. Best season of The Office, by the way. I don't even think it's close to season 3. That's the best one. If you go back and watch, out of all the 9,
season
3 is the
good.
best.
Yeah.
Because it's better before Jim and Pam get together. And season 3 is when you start having the merge from the other group.
Yeah.
So you have Andy Bernard in the mix
Andy
for
Bernard's
the first time.
worst character in TV history.
Not even close.
I don't know why you
terrible.
don't like him. I don't know.
He's terrible. No.
He got unbearable at the end, especially when he's the manager. That's part of the reason why the final 2 seasons sucked.
Yeah, I've
That
never
didn't work.
watched the last
Well, then
season.
you would really hate him. He got unbearable as the manager, but when he was first just the douche from the other branch, but then he merges over and all the stuff that happens to him that first season, it's fantastic.
Where he punches the... I mean, the shunning, unshunning part.
Yeah.
That's one of the funny...
When he splits his sack in half at the wedding. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And stays in Pam with Pam the night before her wedding.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did I hear you crying all night?
Who's wearing this? The Kleenex boxes of
Kevin.
shoes?
Yeah, it's Kevin. Because
They stole his shoes. They threw them out because they smelled so
He
bad.
sent him to get them cleaned, and they smelled so bad they threw them away.
That's funny.
They incinerated
it's a
them.
great show. Great show. Anyway.
All right, it's time for What Really Matters. I'll do scores and stats around the world of sports. And then, Chris, you're going to change their lives with something else.
Hell yeah.
All right, so on Saturday, the Vikings won a preseason game. Louis Sean, former first-round pick from a couple years ago, had what, a tackle or two? I forget, maybe 2.
Yeah.
He was pick 32 2 years ago. Andrew Booth was 10 picks later, pick 42. Well, on Friday, they traded Andrew Booth to the Dallas Cowboys for something called Nashawn Wright. So I think both teams are trading corners that aren't working, and they just want to see if a change of scenery is going to happen. Because Wright was a third-rounder by Dallas in 21. Booth was a second-rounder by us 2 years ago, and it's not working for Booth. It's not working for Wright. So Dallas and Minnesota both said, well, this isn't working here. You want to see if it works there? And they both said, sure, let's just try it.
Obviously, you know who the defense coordinator is in Dallas.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. But
sure. But that would have been KOC anyway.
Yeah.
That was KOC's first year, so Booth never played with Zimmer.
I'm so sorry, you're right. That's stupid.
Paul, your hands up.
My fault.
was that the year they passed on Kyle Hamilton?
Sure was.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Listen.
So how about this, though? Andrew Booth is the 42nd pick in his Vikings career. Timing's everything. How many tackles did Andrew Booth have with the Minnesota Vikings as a second-round pick? Muss might know this because Muss does a lot of prep. Hi, Muss.
Sure hi, guys. Mussman!
Muss, how many tackles in Andrew Booth's Minnesota Vikings career? Take your best shot.
3.
That seems low.
16.
12.
He had 20 tackles, and he deflected 1 pass.
That's not bad.
Last
for
year,
a 7th-round pick. Second.
Last year, he played in 17 games and had 8 tackles.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they are.
What a bust.
That whole back end is a disaster.
Well,
Hey, you know what? Don't look at Sauce and say that. That's me.
Button bar, by the way. Yeah, that's a rough draft. That is not very good.
Terrible.
You know what? You got to edit the rough draft.
Yeah, that's one of the worst. But then when you came back the next year, it may only be Jordan Addison. Ivan Pace is an undrafted free agent. But these two are as good as they looked on Saturday. All will be forgotten. If you nailed the 2 most important positions in the NFL, all will be forgotten.
Dallas Turner looked really good.
Dallas Turner is going to be a very good player. I got a scouting report from a football guy that I know.
John Randall.
It's an unnamed source. He said...
is his first name John?
His first name is John.
Does his last name rhyme with Candle?
Does he know it's easy to go down to the courthouse and get a name?
Yeah. He will go unnamed, though.
Okay.
He said he played very well.
Are you reading a text that John Randall sent you?
No, it's not John Randall. It's another football
But you're reading
guy.
a text.
Yeah, I'm reading a text. He said he outworked the offensive tackle. He needs to use his hands better.
Is that O.J. Simpson sending you text?
O.J.'s dead. What?
Wait, what happened?
I think you're the one that broke the news to me.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, we were in Vegas.
Well, he had that quarterback hit, and then he really set up Pete once again. Andres Pete.
Yeah, I mean he
set him up for that.
Scott, where once he can bend underneath the tackle,
he's so fast.
That's why he's going to be really good. So that's my point. If the 2 guys you picked in the first round this year are as good as they looked on Saturday, and as you said, Musso, Dallas Turner did it against a first-team offensive line.
Right.
Yes.
How did we get Speedy Naylor, by the way? I couldn't remember. I was trying to think.
Yeah, and
We
Bob,
drafted him,
and
okay.
what hang on, I'm so glad you said that.
You don't like Speedy, do
I'm
you?
not calling him Speedy
You have to call him
Naylor.
Speedy. That's
His
what everybody
name
calls
is
him.
Jalen Naylor. I'm
No,
not
you gotta call
calling
him
him
Speedy.
No, I'm not calling him
You
Speedy.
have to.
Jets.
If his last name was Gonzalez, you'd have my attention. I'm not calling him Speedy Naylor.
Naylor?
Speedy Naylor is a name for an adult film star,
Yeah,
not
well,
a
maybe
Vikings
that's what he
wide
wants.
receiver.
That's what he wants to
good
be.
porn
No,
star
that's
is
Jalen
named
Naylor.
Speedy.
And by the way, a week ago, everybody was saying, he's having a great camp. Jalen Naylor.
Yeah.
Jalen Naylor this.
Yeah.
Jalen
No,
Naylor that.
I hate
And
Speedy.
then on
Speedy.
Saturday, everybody starts saying Speedy. And not
Corey's
just
right.
It's the
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Jalen Naylor. I'm not calling him
They
Speedy.
let you inside the huddle.
How dare you?
I'm not calling him
man.
Speedy.
You got to be one of the cool kids.
Are you not going to call him Jets? You're just going to always just going to be Justin
I don't
Jefferson?
call him Jets. I call him Jefferson or JJ, which is a nickname as well. But
He's
I'm not
giving
going
up JJ, by the way.
I'm not going Jets.
Hey!
Oh, there's Speedy Lieber.
Never been that nickname.
Yeah, no, he's all.
Slowpoke
I'm not.
Rodriguez.
I'm drawing a line in the sand.
You can't.
Ben,
You
I'm not
can't do
calling-
it.
I'm not calling him
You
Speedy
have to call him
Naylor.
Speedy.
No, his name's Jalen Naylor. Speedy
hate-
ain't
I like
happening.
His middle name is
Corey,
Speedy. That's why
Stop
they call him
trying
Speedy.
to make fetch happen.
Corey's.
It's
right.
not happening.
That's what his middle
Sauce,
name
thank
is
you.
Speedy.
Yeah, but
Let's team up
Corey's
together.
right.
Let's
Sauce,
Power
don't you
Rangers
do it.
this.
But don't you
join
do
me.
it.
If the players
Join
are
me.
calling him that.
Don't care.
No.
You have to.
His name's been Jalen Naylor for like 3 years, and it was Jalen Naylor until 3 days ago. I'm not calling him Speedy.
By the way,
can't
my
trust
favorite porno when I was a kid was called Jalen Naylor.
That's better.
You like that prison stuff, right?
I like the prison stuff.
Ben, Sauce and I aren't doing it. Join us. His name's Jalen. Join us, Ben. You're
Don't do it,
wearing a
Ben.
black hooded sweatshirt. You look like a Sith Lord. Join us.
Oh, let me put my hood up. Let me put.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Don't do it. Oh, you should play poker. That's a good look.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Do we know when his Wikipedia was amended and edited to include Speedy?
Wait a minute. They changed his Wikipedia?
Because it's on there.
It's on there now.
It is.
Yeah.
Come on.
But it's been on there for a minute.
Yeah.
See?
Well, okay, but it still says Jalen Naylor, nickname Speedy.
Yes.
His first name didn't change.
No. But it's cool. But it's cool to have a nickname.
Yeah,
God.
That's a pretty good nickname for a wide receiver.
As long as he didn't give it to himself, because that's illegal. You can't give yourself your own nickname.
Fine.
Yeah,
no,
but-
you can't self-proclaim your own nickname.
Right. So, but if the other players are calling you, the coaches are calling you that,
Right.
Well,
Coach,
I'm not doing
in.
it. Sauce, you out?
No, I'm out
Oh,
because
yes,
you
sorry.
can't
You and I are
trust.
together.
How dare you?
You
let
and I are together.
Poison you.
You can't trust a guy that goes by a nickname.
Okay, first off, you weren't even listening during the
I
during the
wasn't listening
pregame.
during the pregame, but I thought you were.
and you weren't even on Saturday, Corey.
I still heard it. He was
always
drafted in 2022. He was Jalen until Saturday morning.
Yeah, Corey's right.
We're
And I hate to
sticking
say it.
with
Only
Injuries,
his friends
it
call
was
him
tough. He had tough time getting on the field.
I hate agreeing with him, but he's right.
Only his friends
Welcome
call him
aboard,
Speedy.
Paul.
You're not allowed to call him that.
Didn't he only play like 21 games up until this point?
He's been pretty
Yeah, for
hurt.
21
I
games.
believe you.
His
Yeah.
name was
Yeah.
Jalen.
Yeah.
He's been
Look,
pretty beat up.
Last week, R.I.P., the great golfer Chichi Rodriguez died.
Oh.
If he wanted to be Slowpoke Rodriguez instead of Chichi, I would have said sure.
You don't think Chi-Chi was a nickname?
Of course it was.
Well,
His name was like
Oh, God,
one.
they have the best chips.
Okay, we need to find out. We need to know or make up a nickname for Tristan Jackson.
It's hard to say.
That is a hard one to say.
Let's call him Lucky.
No, we already have one.
Don't think. Yeah.
Anyway,
And that is confusing.
yeah. That one
Call him
is
Speedy Jackson.
we can call him. He could be the next incarnation of T-Jack. Like that's fine, but we've got to find it because it is difficult to say.
Well, is he going to make the team?
Jackson, yeah.
Trish injection.
Yeah. He got the suffering succotash going there.
I definitely don't want to worry about anybody until they make the team. So we have Justin Jefferson,
Bill Zinford.
Jordan
works.
Addison,
Trish.
Jalen Naylor is going to make the squad,
Oh,
right?
Speedy.
Brandon Powell, who's going to be wide receiver 5. One of the Jacksons.
Steve Lombardozzi.
Could be Beaver.
Oh, Rosie.
That's the name.
Who else are we forgetting?
JJ Schuster, who got cut over the weekend. He's going to be the 5th receiver.
You think so?
Juju?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I'm just saying things because I haven't talked in a while.
You were saying a lot about 3 minutes ago
Yeah.
because you were on my team with the
I'm on your
not
side.
calling
No,
him
I'm
Speedy.
not on your
I
team.
can't believe you.
Don't put me on that
poisoned.
team.
You've been poisoned.
No, I'm just with him.
That's what I said.
I, in all seriousness, it was so weird how Saturday morning the entire Twin Cities community immediately flipped the switch and was like, Speedy Naylor. That's all right. Who?
No, Pete's on your side.
Not over the course of months. It was one day.
one day.
Everybody changed the name.
Yeah, but nobody was really talking about him before then.
He's
He's been here for 2 years.
I know, but
how fast did we go from JJ to Jets?
Yeah, I don't like that either. I want to go with JJ and JJ Mack. I've been trying to push this.
JJ
Nobody
Mack's
hears me.
good. Yeah.
Nobody hears me.
Eventually,
I like
we're just,
JJ
we're
Mack.
just going to
I
have to
like
say
that, yeah.
Jefferson and McCarthy. Otherwise, everybody's going to get
That sounds like
confused.
you're talking about presidents.
yeah.
It does. It is true. Well, maybe one of them runs for president at some point. I know who Zach would vote for.
Speaking of Jets, Ben.
What?
Okay. Being there at the stadium and watching Brian Harper sit in front of me where
The
we're
Twins catcher?
Happy
Yes.
birthday, by the way.
Yeah.
Turned 50, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Harp's sitting right in front of me
Great dude.
watching the game.
50? He
He,
looks
the
Diddlin',
joy
right?
on his face because, he is in charge of all the VEN, all the stuff there.
Oh yeah, he's a good man.
And he's
Yeah,
an
he's
awesome dude. Love him. And it looked like that was his biggest birthday gift ever with Justin
Was that third
Jefferson.
quarter?
Yeah, that third quarter with Jets. How amazing and
It was the best.
entertaining that was.
That's him.
Even in the moment, the three of us looked at each other like, this is crushing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this was like everything that we were hoping it would be. But the thing is, that it comes down to the subject. Like, we were just reacting to Justin. That's it. if you don't have Justin's legit, genuine energy and his reaction to every play, then it's just not as good. Then it's like a little bit more just like Q&A and whatever. But like allowing him just to be who he is and react to plays. And thankfully, thankfully we had big plays in the third quarter.
Oh, yeah.
If we did this maybe in the second quarter, maybe not quite. I mean, we had a couple big plays.
That energy wouldn't have been there yet.
Or almost any third quarter of a preseason game ever, right? It would just happen to be the one where the Vikings exploded and McCarthy looked like a god for a couple of series.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Bunch of defensive players I've never heard of, like Bo Richter, just wreaking havoc. Who the hell's that dude?
He had a great second half.
Speedy Richter?
Yeah.
Rodriguez is
Jesse Richter?
Same with Owen Porter.
Yep.
I think he's the kid from West Virginia, and then Bo's from Air Force.
And then Rodriguez had a heck of a second half.
Levi Drake.
Yep.
LDR.
Was he a seventh round pick?
That's really presidential.
That's very presidential.
It's very presidential.
Seventh round pick?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. I call him Chi-Chi.
From Texas Commerce or
Collins
something.
I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
You're going to get beat up.
You can't call a football player Chi-Chi without his permission.
What was crazy about that, too, Ben?
Chi-Chi Rodriguez has a nice little ring to it. Hey, he passed the torch. Last week he died. New guy gets to take over.
Chi-Chi, the coolest finishing when he would nail a putt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with the sword thing. Oh,
yeah, that was
that's
fantastic.
what Levi Drake Rodriguez's sack Dan should be. It should be the Chi-Chi Rodriguez Zorro bit.
You can't just call him that.
It's like the Water Horse movie. One of them dies and a new one's born.
Who watched that movie?
Yeah, what are you
I
talking
saw
about?
It once.
Because you're a
What's
kiddo?
the Water Horse?
It's
That's way
basically
before you had kids.
No, Bailey was around.
I'm kidding.
It was basically it's the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Essentially,
That's a true story.
and the theory is there's, how can there be a Loch Ness monster? There'd have to be more of them, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the Water Horse, basically, when the Water Horse dies, an egg is formed essentially, and that's why there's only one at a time.
So it's like a giant, cute seahorse, or what?
Yeah. It's
it
like
good?
No, it's almost
Huck,
unwatchable.
You loved it, right,
I
Huck?
thought it was great.
Do
10
they
out of 10.
ride said horse?
I don't remember.
Or
I saw it
befriended
like
in some
15
way?
years
Is
ago.
that Ool by Gallahorn? Is that the same movie?
What?
The Ool by Gallahorn owl movie?
No, that's Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole.
Okay.
Which was an F-.
Should have been just called Owl Movie.
See, I'm good with names. It should have been called Owl Movie, just like Jalen Naylor is going to be called Jalen Naylor.
Speedy.
No, he's Jalen.
I can promise, here's a presidential speech. I can promise the citizens of the Twin Cities that if I continue on the Power Trip Morning Show, I will call him Jalen Naylor.
What is the guy's name who said, call me Chris again, see what happens?
Jim Everett.
Oh, yeah.
But Jim Rome.
Slap you in the face.
Yeah, Jim Rome.
Jim Rome and Chris Everett, Jim Everett. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Speedy gonna slap your ass.
You can't catch me.
Oh.
Anybody. I could.
No chance you could.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Are we talking foot race?
No way.
No, I couldn't.
Let's see it.
Couldn't catch me.
We've seen him run down the hallway.
First 3
We've seen him
steps,
swim.
maybe?
No.
I don't
No
know.
way.
I've never seen Corey
Get off the
run.
line quick?
No. Okay. I've short arms, too.
I'm not fast, but I'm faster than him. Right, it's like swimming against a great white shark. You don't have to outswim the shark, you just have to outswim the person next to you.
Outrun the bear.
Yeah, I can't beat Jalen Naylor in a race, but I can beat
Speedy you're
Sauce.
talking about?
No, Sauce is not Speedy.
No, I'm
He
sorry.
is Slowpoke
for sure.
Rodriguez. See, we got to get somebody on the team named Rodriguez. Levi Drake Rodriguez. There we go. Chi-Chi Rodriguez.
See, doesn't Speedy Naylor seem like a high school nickname you wouldn't want?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jalen Naylor. I thought that was a really good, solid segment of Vikings news.
I thought it was great.
Well, he disagrees. More with Ben Leber and Michael J. Musselman III after this on The Fan.
Heavy metal legends Metallica are set to hit the U.S. Bank Stadium stage this weekend on their M72 World Tour. With different set lists and openers each night, you won't want to miss out on their Electric in the Round show. Tickets are still available. We've got your last chance to win now. Caller 11 at 1-800-320-5326. We'll win your way in with a pair of lower
Pete
bowl
okay?
tickets to Sunday's
He
show.
loves Metallica.
Yeah.
He does.
He does. He actually
He
does
really
love
does, yeah,
Metallica.
man.
Pete said something to me that was maybe one of the meanest things, but it was the funniest thing. It sticks with me still.
I know, dude. I was listening.
Oh, yeah. When he said, Muss, I wanted to see more of you. I just didn't realize I was going to see more of you. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'll mix in a salad, okay?
On your way. He said it on the air. I'm like, Pete, come on, brother.
Oh, it's so funny.
Why does it sound like a Dangerfield thing to say?
It's
a good line.
Yeah,
it's a great line.
Oh, it was awesome.
God, that guy's the best. I miss him.
Yeah, you know what that SOB did to me?
Oh, no.
Fucking A, man.
Whoa.
He better watch out. All season long, and it's that feeling of revenge is coming, of payback. Mm-hmm. Dude, just totally just cup checked me.
Oh, no. He's known for it.
Well, he and PA is really known for it.
Yeah.
And so my guard is
the
up.
only difference, though, is Pete uses the back of his hand.
Yeah. He
Like
doesn't
a
linger. PA gives you a physical.
I'm gonna linger here.
Well, yeah, that's
Hang on, go back, though. He got you good?
He got me good.
In the booth or on the sidelines or where?
Pregame.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, we were down in the TV booth, which is different than our home radio booth.
Okay.
And we had to take some social picture that they actually both just post out right before the game. So I was told, like, hey, come down, we got to take this little social picture, whatever. So I'm just like, they're doing their bit, they're doing their pregame hit on the fan, and then I'm kind of like in between them, during a commercial break, and he just popped me.
Oh.
I'm like, you. Oh. He's like, I know. He's like, I'm going to be sweating this out the whole season. He's like, but I just couldn't resist.
Back in the Metrodome days, that booth was so small. And so when we're doing Scoreboard Central, every time I would do that, he would take, you know how I have all those Sharpies and the highlighters and stuff?
Yeah,
he would grab one of those and he would just sit there while I'm doing it, just jabbing at me. And I'd have to duck it and move it around and
yeah, you're doing the salsa.
Think about what Ben just said, though. Let's break this down. Can you imagine in 1996 if you had a chance to meet John Madden and Pat Summerall, and somebody said, "Well, how were they?" And you said, "Well, Summerall hit me in the nuts, and John Madden tickled my side."
Or
I got violated by both of them.
Yeah. PA also does the bit to Nordo when Nordo will spot for the games where he'll be like, "Oh my God, Nordo, what is that?" And Nordo look in the crowd and he'll hammer him in the balls with his binoculars.
He doesn't.
Nordo doesn't do it anymore because he's tired of getting hammered in the balls.
I will take our broadcast team over any
course.
other one in the league. But they're also the most likely to get an HR violation and get fired.
You know what? I bet Musburger cut your nuts. You know
Nordo
what?
has been hit in the nuts so many times by PA.
And just sledgehammered.
Not tap.
Right. There's going to have to be an entire chapter in the KFAN book about the hosts who touch different places.
Yes. And it's just called PA is the chapter.
Jeez.
Yep. So watch out, Pete.
Forward by Mark Rosen.
Oh, yeah.
It's on.
It's on.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think strategically the best thing to do is make him wait.
Yeah.
Right? If you get him back this week or 3 weeks from now, that's no fun. Make him sweat it out until it's Thanksgiving and it still hasn't happened.
Get him in Green Bay, the second to last game of the year.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a tap.
Oh, yeah, get him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hammered time.
That's all right. Just keep pounding that thing in there.
Yeah. Oh, I will, Pete. You just watch.
Sometimes the tap's the worst one, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
the
that's
grazer.
the thing.
Oh, you just get that graze and instantly
all
your
right.
back
It
hurts.
is.
Oh.
That's all right.
All right, Pete. Yeah. Pete's into it.
But a good thunder punch hurts, too.
When do you get into Cleveland, Ben?
Not till Friday night.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm going to have fun without you.
I know. Enjoy. I mean, this is obviously the best time of year to be in Cleveland. I mean, I want to be there in December.
Watch. Ain't that the truth?
All right, more of what really matters. Let's go back to Saturday. The Vikings won 24-23 over Vegas, the buzzer beater by rookie kicker Will Riker. But everybody's talking about McCarthy. 11 of 17, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Ben, the interception was what everybody on Twitter described as a throw you can maybe get away with in college, can't get away with that in the pros. The 2 touchdown throws were wide open receivers, but beautiful throws on both routes. So give me your breakdown of what you saw with those 3 throws and everything else.
I thought he looked fantastic. I mean, yeah, he tried to make a play when he got flushed out of the pocket on the interception. And yeah, I mean, I would even say, look, there are veteran NFL quarterbacks that make that same mistake. You know, they just... You're getting rushed in your process. You're maybe not getting. You're obviously throwing off platform, and sometimes it's just not accurate and on time. And yeah, NFL cornerbacks, when they're in the hip pocket, they can make plays like that. So look, learning lesson. put it outside further towards the sideline where your receiver can only be the guy that gets it. But outside that, he bounced back. It was kind of good to see some adversity and be like, oh man, is he going to get down on himself? How's he going to react to this? But he comes right back and he looks great. I liked his pocket movement. I like the fact that he stays in the pocket and will deliver a hit on that one big pass play across the field, right to left. He takes a shot right in the face and just stands there and takes it.
And he saw it the whole way. I mean,
and he saw it the whole way.
It was a clear
right down
run
the barrel.
right at him. Yeah, and he sat there and took the pain. But man, that kid's arm is insane.
Well, it is insane. And the thing is, all along, even when he was going through the draft process, one of the bigger critiques was, can he throw a changeup? Right. We know that he can throw the fastball, but can he throw his changeup? Can he play with touch? Can you layer? Can you hit the layers in the defense? And I thought he did that. I thought he showed that in a real game. Not only does his arm strength, but he could loft the ball. He could put some touch on it. He could lead the receivers, put it where they need to. We saw the accuracy all through training camp and practice. I thought it really showed out in the game as well. The other thing is, I like that he's athletic. I mean, both he and Sam, I thought, did a really good job of just pocket awareness. Mm-hmm. They were never flushing outside the pocket unnecessarily. They didn't look panicked. It's like, oh, they'll get outside the pocket and create when they have to create and be off platform and be off script. But for the most part, I like the way he did the subtle movements in the pocket with the little shoulder shake, a little shoulder pressure, a little shoulder slide, stand up in the pocket, still deliver. I thought both of the guys really checked the boxes as far as how they look, the on-field presence, the command, the leadership. So, dude, I mean, for game one, he looked outstanding.
I think the other thing, too, Ben, as you said, is he also hit those guys in stride. They may be wide open, but we see guys all the time either underthrow it, throw it, a little bit too far out of their reach, wide open or not. Those were perfect throws.
And sometimes those are the hardest ones.
Correct.
Because you're just so open. And even as a wide receiver, you're like, I'm so open.
Yes.
That you can see mistakes happen there. But I agree with you there, Saucy, because Jackson's double move was insane.
Yeah.
That was super. I mean, he ran himself open. Whereas Sherfield's, that was just broken coverage. But yeah, those are dimes.
Yeah. So to your point, you guys, that is when you know that the guy is going to get open and he is open and he frees himself, sometimes those layups are harder to, you get really antsy. You're like, oh boy, this guy is wide open. And sometimes you just put a little bit too much on it. And how many times have we seen quarterbacks lead them too much, just outstretched of their fingers, and they're like, "Oh man, the guy was wide open." You're like, because they get too amped up in that moment.
Last year we had one that they actually threw out of bounds. The guy was open, and I can't remember who actually, if it was Dobbs or not, but actually, guy's wide open and just threw it too far up to the boundary. It was like, oh man, we could have actually had that in the house, but instead, just get the catch and then down
it happens.
So you're saying Dobbs was inaccurate?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What really matters is this.
I want to talk about Darnold a little bit more too at some point, Ben. Because maybe.
I think we need to. He's going to be the week one starter. Yeah. He's most likely going to be the starter for the first third of the season.
What pick overall?
Three.
Yeah, I mean, what if he finds his groove with our head coach? I mean, what if we get to let our quarterback actually be a young quarterback and learn behind a veteran who has a good year? How great would that be? I know we're all excited to see JJ ascend, but why not give him the year to develop? And if Sam has a good year and I'd love that, man. That'd be awesome.
Ideal,
I don't know why we can't have both.
Right.
I mean, it's not like we have to be mutually exclusive in the quarterback situation. It's like, why can't we be excited about the development of JJ? And okay, we know that when he's going to be ready, he'll be ready. But if Sam's playing well as well, and especially with the tough stretch that, we start off the season with 5 of 7 playoff teams that we've got to play.
It's brutal. Yeah.
So if we start off hot and he plays well, why can't we be excited about that along the way? And just be like, well, if he does falter, we know that we've got JJ there, and if he does get injured, we know that we've got JJ there. And let's just say that Sam plays the whole season, and we are a playoff team, and we're competitive.
Come on,
that can be a lot of fun. And okay, thank you, Sam. You probably just got yourself another starting contract someplace else, but this is going to be JJ's team in 2025, and he knows that too.
I like it.
So it's Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes all over again.
Could be.
Just passing the torch to the all-timer. Sounds like a plan.
I like it.
But what really matters is this.
Henry Patch, briefly the oldest man in Europe, was the last surviving soldier known to have fought World War I. He died at 111 years, 1 month, 1 week, and 1 day old.
Wow. That's a lot of ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 111,
He's in the Matrix.
1. Maybe he is. Maybe he's still in there.
Oh. I was going to say, it depends
Henry
on which
Patch.
pill he took, but he probably took Viagra.
Oh, man.
Till
Hell
the
of a
day he
drug.
died. If you're 111, when do you think the last time you did that was? With another human being?
Oh.
Well, wait a minute. You think you're still ripping it at 1-1?
That's what I'm asking.
I
don't
know.
think
I'd like
so.
to think that you would,
Do you think
right?
it's been 20 years?
That's what I'm saying. Did he hang it up? Did he hang up his cleats at 91?
What do you know about Henry Patch that you had to clarify with another human being?
Yeah,
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, I guess if he's at the gun range by himself at 108, that's pretty impressive as well. I don't know how that works.
I bet it's
I'll show you.
30 years.
I wonder.
No.
Wait,
come on.
no.
30? Get over yourself.
That's
Come on.
81?
He's still ripping it.
Well, how old's your dad, Cor?
86? I don't want to know.
Do you think he's still bumping and
Don't
grinding?
I have no interest in
I'm
knowing.
going to say yeah.
I can tell you this. I don't think he's got 25 years left in the tank to fire shots. I hope not.
Why do you think you didn't listen to the morning show?
Yeah.
This is his morning routine.
He's too busy banging.
Okay, real question, real thought here.
Go ahead.
If you're really thinking about this,
Yes, sir.
let's just say you're 90, right? You're not 105.
All right.
You're not 111. You're
Tie
90.
down.
Yeah.
And to your point, Court, you are with another human being. Okay. And let's say you're with another late 80s, 90-year-old person.
Give her hell.
You're going to give her hell, right?
Yeah.
But you have the real risk of popping hips, right?
Oh, great point.
If you're
I mean, you could be snapping joints at that point in time.
Yeah, man.
But man, wouldn't that be
Step
sweet?
forward.
It's still worth it.
Oh yeah,
Like Snoop Dogg, man.
that's a point of brag right there. You're
Died doing what he loved.
wheeling through the nursing home, just going, "Yep, broke another one."
J. Howard Marshall was 90 when he died. That's the guy that was married to Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, he was scooping.
He was 90. Think of how fragile he looked at 90. That dude was living his best
he was
life
ripping
at the
too.
end.
Yeah.
He wasn't banging.
He was.
How do you know?
Yes, he
You
was.
think he wasn't motorboating?
I mean, he may have
for
been
sure,
motorboating, but
I don't think it was his
How
choice.
do you know he wasn't doing
because
that?
I doubt his equipment works.
How do you know?
dare you say that about my man?
How do you know?
Look, there are pumps and pills, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. That's the name of my dance club.
Pumps and pills.
It might be one. I'm just saying, man. 90 years old.
If you were with Anna Nicole Smith, look, you're not my cup of tea. But if you're 90 and you have Anna Nicole Smith traipsing around your house in a negligee,
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, you're never too old to enjoy a good view.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
He died in
sure
1995,
What
which means she was what? She was 27 or 28.
I'm telling you right now.
Prime Anna Nicole Smith.
Tell you what, when I'm 95, I guarantee you, I'd rather see a nice set than a sunset.
like he's not popping her hips, but
Man, those hips.
So if he's 90, think about that. This dude, Henry Patch.
Yeah, old Henry.
21 years later.
That's something, isn't it?
No chance he's still going.
No.
Right, so that's my question is when was the last time he did it
When
if
he
he's
was in his
111?
80s. 30 years
I
prior.
want to think that he went all the way out. Like I want to think that, the reason that he passed was because he was having just some
Enough
acrobatic,
of your
awesome
fantasies.
sex.
We're trying to live in the real world.
Why do you guys got to be so negative?
I don't know why they're
We're trying to be a realist. When he wasn't getting after it at 111.
He was banging all the way
How
through.
the hell is a 111-year-old man going to find a willing participant? Nobody's
Because-
going to willingly bang a 111-year-old
What
man.
if he
think
finds
that
a
would
nice
be-
108-year-old?
You don't think that'd be a good conversation piece?
Who would bang a
the ladies?
108-year-old woman?
You know who wants to bang a
111-year-old man.
I was gonna say, you know-
Yes.
you know who wants to bang a 90-year-old woman? A 111-year-old dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what.
and
Yeah, that's jailbait for that guy.
That's right.
and Kellen Winslow Jr.
Oh, Lordy.
Holy Lord.
Yeah, that's right up his alley.
That guy sucks. Lordy.
I forgot about
You know what's gross? You know what's really gross? Think about this. When Rosie's like 111,
Okay.
you know he's going to be completely into like 70-year-olds. Ick.
Okay, so
That
here's
guy just won't stop, man.
Here's a really sad thing.
Oh, no.
Think about this. This guy's 111. Let's say he hasn't used it in 20 years.
Right.
So I've got a friend that she works in hospice.
Yeah.
And she said, basically, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Oh, no.
So basically,
You don't use it, you lose it? What does that mean? No.
all of
She
the
just shrivels and dies.
Yeah, all of like the older guys that they have to take care of, they basically have nothing.
God, what if you're starting with nothing?
Yeah, I'm in deep trouble. Mine already looks like I'm not
I was like, I
used
thought
it,
that
but
was a
I'm
myth.
losing it.
And she's like, no.
Is
no.
the opposite the truth?
What if you
Yeah.
abuse it? Do you get to still use it?
Oh, mine looks like the top of a pumpkin. Just bleh.
What else does the top
That's a
of
weird way to describe your thing.
What else does your thing look exactly like?
Like the last pea pod in the bag.
What else does it look exactly like?
The last fry in the bottom of your McDonald's bag.
And that was meat sauce with what else is it exactly like?
The last fry in the bottom of a McDonald's bag.
This one.
The last fry isn't always
Showing us
small.
your wang?
No, I'm not showing you my wang.
Normally, it's a crusty one.
Yeah, it is kind of the crusty one.
Yeah, the burnt one.
Well, if you don't use it, and you
Why
use
is
it,
that?
that sucks.
But I would say that it might be the most delicious one.
Woo.
Well, because it's
saltiest one.
Yeah, it's like
It's a
salty and
surprise.
kind of slightly burnt
and unexpected.
crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know when you're going to get another one.
Oh, yeah.
It's way better when you thought the bag was empty and you find one.
Yeah, keep talking.
Than just eating it. All right, let's come back. We'll do the news. A little over an hour from now, quarterfinal number 7 of the Initials Invitational. Justin Gard, Greg Swedberg, Ron Johnson, Ryan Carter, and Chip Scoggins playing at 8:15. Scoggins has never played.
I'm surprised by that.
Making
He's a
his
great
debut.
dude.
Great dude, but let's see
Was
if
he
he's good.
seated higher than me then?
Yes, of course. Absolutely.
Hey, Ben,
Yeah.
did you hear us say that .com Tom's going to join us at 7:40 every Thursday?
Oh, he is.
Yeah, man, we got the
Thursdays.
deal done with Bell Bank. Woo! Yeah, man, how cool is that?
Love it. Good job, Bell Bank.
The news is next. Ben Leber is here. Muss is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.